the unfinished memories of Aaron Carter were postponed after recoil. The release of Aaron Carter's unfinished grade was postponed after the criticism of the late singer's former girlfriend Hilary Duff. In a press release published on Saturday, a week after the 34-year-old Carter was found in California's house, Balast Books broadcasting company and writer Andy Symonds Representative announced his decision to scrape the release date of November 15. Aaron Carter told his story, Atherton Galardi Mullen and the founder of Reeder Pllc, Scott Atherton. Public opinion has recently focused on a small number of interactions in the early years of Mr. Carter. The more important story is what Mr. Carter can learn from his life and his professional success, personal struggles and tragic transition as a whole. Without respecting the Carter family, my client has now decided to postpone the more publication of the book. Mr. Carter was not just a celebrity, but he was also a friend, a brother, a son, and a friend of him who was still upset for him. Symonds' Aaron Carter, a missing story of a missing life, was shot from the interviews of journalists conducted with Carter for a period of 3 years. Shortly after the of the singer, I Want Sugar, Duff rubs it a little, including the wrong way. Carter, a week after Aaron's, a publisher who seems to be recklessly pushing a book to take advantage of this tragedy, or without taking care to control the validity of his work, 2001 to 2004, E! News. Irrigating Aaron's life story for what seems to be unconfirmed for profit. The story continues. Carter's administration also spoke against the publication of the book. His team told E! In a few short days following the passing of our beloved friend, we are trying to mourn and process while having to deal with unauthorized and unauthorized versions at the same time. News. This is time for mourning and reflection, not in the search for heartless money and attention. Carter's publisher also told Page Alty that the publication of the book was against Aaron's wishes. Aaron said, "Working on the book, I don't want to do anything with it," he said, and he stood, so he says the publisher is green light, not, he said. In addition, the missing memories with Duff with young people, allegedly sexual intercourse and explosives and unhappy claims reported. Carter also reportedly shared a story about waking up with a pajama in his home to his friend Michael Jackson's house to find a pop star wearing underwear. In a statement to Yahoo Entertainment last week, Symonds defended the project and Carter's right to tell the story. This content is not available because of your confidentiality preferences. Update your settings here to see. Aaron Carter hired me to tell the world his story, Symonds said after his criticism of Duff. Although this story was tragically abbreviated, it was full of good and bad. His life was far from beautiful, and understandable. Some people in the eyes of the people do not want some stories, he said, to appear in Aaron's book. Aaron had a right to tell his story, as we all did. As a journalist, I am honored to choose me to help him do it. For him, Aaron hoped that the book would help him fight addiction and mental illness. I hope you will do it, and I believe it. Atherton, Yahoo Entertainment, confirmed that Symonds no longer intend to publish the book next week, and the author reversed any action with distribution channels.